Welcome to a spooktacular Halloween practice for our chair class today. Joining you in my little costume. I thought you guys would enjoy that today. You don't have to be in costume though for your class, but pull up a chair. Make sure you got four legs on the floor, four on the floor, right? No wheels. Welcome today. My name is Susan, and today I have planned a fun Halloween themed chair practice today. So go ahead, take a seat, sit up tall in your chair, heels underneath your knees. Let the hands rest on the thighs or in the lap, palms up, palms down, whatever is the most comfortable for you. Let's take a full deep breath in together. Exhale, soft sigh out. Let's do that again. Full deep breath in. Exhale, soft sigh out. Feel that constriction in the throat as you sigh the breath out. Let's do that again. In through the nose, exhale, sigh out through the mouth like you're blowing out, like you're fogging up a mirror or glass, not blowing out birthday candles. So it's a and so let's do that now, but with the lips closed. So we inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, but feel that same breath in the throat. That's our ujjayi breathing. And just continue there, in and out through the nose, but feel and hear that breath in your throat. So to you, it may sound like ocean waves, or if we're kind of in the theme today of Halloween, maybe it sounds more a little bit like Darth Vader, or maybe a really low werewolf growl. Just continue breathing this way, in and out through the nose, but hear and feel that constriction in the throat. Like you're breathing through a straw. And I will invite and encourage you to continue with this style of breathing throughout our practice today. As we continue to settle in a little more with each breath, take a brief mental scan of the physical body, just noting where you are in this moment, in this day. And if you wish, feel free to set an intention for your practice. Letting your intention, as well as attention to your breath, serve as touchstones right into the present moment. Right, let's blink your eyes open. Slide the hands forward so hands are out on top of the knees. We'll do a few rounds of black cat and cow today. As you inhale, draw the heel of the hands back and lift the chest, look up. For our cow pose, as you exhale, tuck the tailbone and round the spine, round the back like a black cat. Look down to the thighs or to the belly. Inhale, lift the chest, just a slight arching in the back as you exhale, round black cat or a scaredy cat. Take a couple more on your own, just arching and rounding the spine. Beautiful. Let's add a little more movement now. The next time you arch the spine, so you're lifting the chest and reaching forward, let's slide your ribs out to the right now. And then take the ribs back, and then ribs out to the left and forward and around. Just make some nice big circular motions. Let's go the other way. So we go to the left first, then back, around and forward. Yeah, one more, all the way around. Just loosening things up. Beautiful. Come all the way back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Welcome the feet. So pressing the feet down so we create a sense of presence in the body. Presence by pressing the feet down. Feel that energize the legs right up into the low belly. Arms down by your sides. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Arms go up, spine goes up. Really tall. Exhale, lower the arms down. Let's inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Maybe even turn your gaze to look up toward fingertips toward the sky. Exhale, turn the palms away and lower the arms down. One more, just like that. Inhale, arms out and up. Stretch tall. Exhale, lower the arms. Good. Inhale, arms out and up. Now, as you exhale, scarecrow arms, elbows bend about 90 degrees. Keep those fingers out nice and wide. Imagine stretching elbows away from each other. So we feel just as open through the chest as we do through the upper back. Good. Take one more breath here. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up tall. Exhale, cactus arms, draw them down. So actually not cactus, today we're scarecrow arms. Beautiful. Let's release the arms all the way down. Let's inhale, stretch both arms up. We'll take a lateral bend or a crescent moon. Right hand comes down to the seat of the chair or just alongside the body. Lengthen and up and over. Really opening up the left side body. Let's inhale, stretch both arms back up tall. We'll take the stretch to the left, up and over, opening up right side body. Let's inhale, stretch both arms up tall. And as you exhale, lower the arms down. Let's widen the feet out now. So your feet are out wider than the chair legs, maybe wider than your shoulders as well. Turn your toes slightly out. So if we were standing, this would be goddess pose. This is our goddess variation. Here, let's take those arms out wide, stretch them out wide, come back to our scarecrow arms. So bend the elbows, fingers open wide. You're lengthening the spine up really tall. We're going to activate the core a little bit here. Inhale. As you exhale, twist your heart center to the right. And then bring yourself back to center. As you exhale, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Up tall to center. And to the left. Up tall. Good. Twice more each direction. Back to that breath. Yeah. Inhale right here. Let's take a little, we'll take a lateral bend-ish. Right elbow reaches toward your right hip. So we're squeezing the right ribs toward the hip, activating the sides of the waist. And then inhale up and to the left and up. We're going to go 4 more each direction. Up tall, left. We've got 3 more to go. 3, up. Haha, you thought I was going to count on that one. This is 2. We got to count both sides. And last one, right, up, and left, up. Stretch the arms out wide and lower the arms all the way down. Let's heel toe those feet back in. How about a couple of seated sun salutations to continue warming up the bigger joints in the body? All right, let's take an inhale. Arms stretch up high. As you exhale, scarecrow arms and tilt forward. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm not rounding forward, so we're not doing our cat stretch. Back is nice and flat and we hinge forward. So we're working the upper back muscles. Let's on exhale, hands come down to the thighs and then all the way down to the floor if that's available. Let your head weight drop down. Good. We'll take a half lift. Inhale. Bring hands to the shins, come up to about halfway so the back is nice and flat. Look forward and lengthen. As you exhale, release all the way back down. The next inhale is going to bring you up. Look forward. And then all the way up, reach to the sky. Let's hug the right knee in towards your chest, roll the ankle, point and flex. Great. Hold a flexed position. Catch onto the right foot and the knee, and let's guide the right ankle over the left knee. Up nice and tall, long spine again, and hinge forward. Reach the heart forward with a nice flat back, getting a nice stretch to the outer hip. Good. Inhale, stretch up tall, uncross, and place the foot down. Start back from the top. Inhale up. Exhale, scarecrow arms and tilt forward. Get that upper back working. As you exhale, hands walk down to the thighs or maybe all the way down to the floor. Release the head weight. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins. Look forward, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale all the way up, reach to the sky, and then hug the left knee into your chest. Sit up tall, let's roll the ankle, point and flex. And then catching onto the bottom of the foot, guide the left ankle over the right knee. Lengthen tall and maybe add a little hinge forward. Remember returning to that ujjayi breath, our, I don't know, whatever you want to call it today, dragon breath, Darth Vader breath, werewolf breath. And let's inhale, bring it all the way up, guide the leg off, both feet to the floor. Wonderful. I'll stretch both arms up high. Good. So we could imagine here, or like a witch on a broom, right? In chair pose with the arms reaching up. So arms continue to reach up. Can you just tilt the torso forward just slightly? Feel how that just engages all the muscles that run the length of the spine. Beautiful. Lower the arms all the way down. Good. Now you're going to stay facing forward. I'll stay facing sideways just so you can see what I'm doing here. Walk the feet back a little bit so you're on your toes, right? So not heels down. See if you can come all the way up on your toes. You're stamping the toes down and stretch the arms out in front of you. Arms out in front of you. So a variation of chair pose, Utkatasana, but for today, this is our zombie pose, right? So we're on our toes, arms are stretching forward. Yeah, let's stretch the arms out wide and then bring them back out in front. Let's do that twice more, stretch them out wide, and then bring them right back around the front. Make sure you're still pressing those toes down so legs are active. Stretch the arms out wide and bring it back in front, and then lower the arms all the way down and lower the heels down. Beautiful. How about we take a twist here? So sitting tall, heels back underneath your knees if you've moved them around. Keep your chin in line with your breastbone. Take left hand to the outside of the right leg somewhere. Right hand's going to find a space behind you to hold on to, whether it's the seat of the chair or the back of the chair. Inhale, lengthen tall, both sides of the waist. As you exhale, turn from your heart center to the right. You can use right hand on the, or left hand on the right leg for leverage. Maybe you even continue to turn to look all the way over your right shoulder so you can see all the spooks behind you, the spooks and the scary stuff, right? All right, now keep your chest, your heart turning to the right, but turn your head to the left. Yeah, beautiful stretch. Bring your head back to neutral, so chin in line with the breastbone, and then untwist the rest of you. Yeah, wriggle around. Let's go the other way. Reset the feet. So find your foundation first. We're sitting up tall. Right hand to the outside of the left leg and left arm back behind. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning heart center to the left. Shoulders are down. Turning head to look to the left. And then nice stretch for the neck. Turn your head to look to the right. Beautiful. Untwist the head. So bring it back to neutral and then untwist the rest of you. I always got to wriggle the ribs around a little bit there. All right. Let's take a little turn in our chair. Let's turn to your left, okay? So turn in your chair to your left. So your left leg is on the chair, left sit bone is on the chair, left hand is on the back of the chair for support. Bring your right toes, curl them under alongside of you or behind you so that your right knee points down. All right. Now, when we're here, oftentimes we kind of let gravity take over, right? We might get a little slouchy. Push down into the toes to keep this leg active. It'll also increase the stretch in the quadricep, the front of your right thigh. So we'll sit up really tall here. Yeah. Now, don't forget to make presence with the left leg. So your left foot is pressing down into the ground, left heel right underneath your knee. Let's increase this stretch, if you like, by taking the right arm, stretch it up tall. And as you exhale, lean toward the back of the chair. As you lean toward the back of the chair, we're not only getting a nice stretch to the side of the right side of the body, but also increasing that stretch across the front of your right hip and thigh. Let's inhale. Stretch yourself all the way back up tall and lower the arm. Now, can you take the right leg and stretch it back even farther? So you might even be moving that leg toward straight. Now, when we take the leg back, here's what happens in the body. The leg goes back, and to compensate for all of the tightness here in the hips, we oftentimes kind of pop our ribs forward, which puts a pretty good arch in the low back. Let's try to get rid of that by bending the back knee. As you bend the back knee, it helps to release the hip. Now, support the low back by engaging the core. So lift the low belly, navel draws back to the spine, up to the ribs. Maintain this abdominal engagement as you push back into the right heel. Right? So that stretch has now moved up much higher across the front of the hip, even though you might still be feeling it in the quadricep. All right, let's inhale. Sweep the arms up overhead, and then scarecrow arms, elbows bend, fingers open wide, breathe here. Let's take 2 deep breaths. Beautiful. Release the arms down, rebend the back knee, slide that leg forward, turn yourself back around to the front. All right, let's take that on the other side. So turn yourself around to your right. So now right leg is on the chair, right foot is under the knee, left toes curl under so the left knee points straight down. So make sure that you feel supported here. We've got the right hand back here on the back of the chair for stability. And we're pressing the back toes down to create more presence in the left leg. We're pressing the right foot down to create more presence on the right side of the body. And feeling that nice deep stretch in the top of the thigh. Let's inhale, left arm up overhead. Remember, this is just optional. You can keep the arm down by your side. But if you'd like to go a little bit deeper with the arm up, now take a lateral bend toward the back of the chair. Increasing stretch in the front of the thigh, as well as adding some opening to the side waist and the side ribs. Great. Inhale, bring the arm all the way up, lower the arm. Now take that left leg, wiggle, walk it back so it's a little bit farther away from you. So we start to feel that stretch move up to the top of the hip or the front of the hip instead. Now remember, we're going to get rid of the arching in the back, or lessen it anyways, give us more support by bending the back knee first to release the hip, then engage your abdominals, lift back and up. Maintain that, don't let it go, and then start to straighten into the back leg. All right, so let's add our little scarecrow variation with the arms. Stretch the arms up tall, bend the elbows, lift the chest. Breathe here, 2 breaths. And inhale, stretch the arms up, and then lower the arms down, rebend the back knee to release everything, and walk yourself back around to the front. Great. Stamp the feet a little bit, wiggle the toes. We're getting ready to come up to stand. Okay. Go ahead and bring yourself all the way up to stand. And let's start by staying right in front of our chair. So heels will be underneath your knees. Now, once more, I will turn myself sideways just so you have a better idea of what's going on here, but you just stay with your butt toward your chair, okay? I'm standing just a few inches in front of the chair. We did this earlier seated. So remember our witch on a broom pose? It's chair pose. Take your butt, send it back like you're going to sit in the chair, but you're not. Now, to prevent that arching in the back, we lift the low belly. So keep that abdominal engaged. If it's available for you, take the arms and stretch them up tall. Feel free to even cackle here, ka, right? Like your witch. Take one more breath here. And then lower the arms down, press into the feet to bring yourself all the way up. All right. Please go ahead and walk around to the back of your chair. Again, I'm facing sideways, but you can just face the chair, all right? Fingertips will come up on the chair. For this, we'll walk back a little bit. So we'll be behind the chair about, that's probably a good 1.5 feet or so. All right, fingertips on the chair. Send your butt back like we're sitting in the chair as we did a moment ago, right? Sitting toward, as if there's an imaginary chair back there, right? So we had a witch on a broom. Now we'll go to our zombie. We also did this seated in the chair, all right, with the arms stretching forward, low belly is lifting to protect the low back. Can you come up onto your toes? So you lift the heels and sit back. Yeah, working the lower part of the legs as well here. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And press the heels down, lift the legs, stretch everything out. All right. How about tree pose, seeing how we're standing? Yeah. So you can either stand behind the chair or off to the side of it like I am. Let's find mountain pose first. So feet are about hips distance apart, heels are underneath your toes. We'll stand up tall, create some presence, right? By pushing the feet down, we activate the legs, lift the low belly. Now stay in mountain pose on your right foot and bend your left knee. Open the left hip out to the side. So open the knee and the hip out. Left heel rests on the inner right ankle. So toes are still stamping down to create the presence in the legs. And at the same time, we're kind of squeezing the legs together. Now, you may, if you like, feeling really balanced today and strong, feel free to pick up the foot and place it on the inside of the calf. Right? I'll keep mine down here on the floor for today. All right, up tall, lengthen everything. Maybe your scary tree grows branches. Stay here and breathe. You may feel the little bit of swaying, right, of your body back and forth. Maybe it's a windy day, a windy Halloween day, right? Just kind of playing with our balance a little bit. Let's stay here for 2 more breaths. And we'll slowly lower the arms down, reset the legs. And before we go to the other side, just reset your feet, stand up tall, and just pause for a moment. Maybe checking out leg to leg, how they maybe feel different. Maybe the sense of grounding in your feet feels a little different. Let's balance all that out, shall we? So return to mountain pose, both feet pressing down. Stay in mountain pose on the left side as you bend the right knee and then open the hip and knee out to the side. So right heel rests on the left inner ankle. Or again, feel free to pick up the foot if you like. Right, so the left hip is drawing in and up, navel is drawing back. We either stay here or maybe your scary tree grows branches. 2 breaths more, please. And lower the arms down and reset the feet, shake the legs. All right. Please turn your chair around so that you are facing the seat of the chair. All right, so facing the seat of the chair, and I'll stand about, I don't know, 8 inches to a foot away from it. And we'll stand up nice and tall. Take an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. As you exhale, as if we're going to the chair pose or witch on a broom, right? The butt goes back, the arms reach up, then lower the arms down. Maybe you walk them down the legs or bring them right to the chair. Once they come to the chair, turn your hands so fingertips hang down the sides. Shoulders are stacked right over the wrists. Take your legs one at a time and step it back. So the right leg goes back, toes stamp down, get strong, strong legs. Then the left leg goes back. So we're in a plank pose. Now send your hips back and go to downward facing dog. So you can plant the feet down, turn the hands now so your fingertips point away from you and stretch the arms. Stretch the hips back, stretch the spine. Now, we'll call this werewolf pose. Instead of downward facing dog, we'll do werewolf pose today. Keep your right hand on the chair. Take your left arm, cross it underneath you, and can you reach for the outer edge of your right leg somewhere? All right, so we're kind of reaching underneath us. Then bend the right or the left elbow to kind of draw yourself underneath so you can look under and go, boo. Let's return to downward facing dog or werewolf today. Both hands on the chair, stretching the spine long. Let's take that werewolf twist on the other side. Right hand will come off the chair, found the outer edge of your left leg somewhere, and just pulling yourself under to look under left arm and say, boo. And then release 2 hands back to the chair. Look forward to the seat of the chair. Walk the 2 feet up one at a time. And we're in forward bend, release all the way down. Inhale, look forward, lengthen. Exhale, forward bend, just as we did when we were seated. Now we have all the way up, look forward. Hands are used anywhere that you need for support. Push into the feet, bring yourself all the way up to stand. Beautiful. Release your arms down. All right. Let's do a couple of more challenging, well, not more challenging, just a couple of standing poses. Let's try, so let's see, what else is popular around Halloween? Candy corn, right? Everybody loves a candy corn. Let's do candy corn pose. All right. Keep your left leg under the chair. So plant your foot. So the foot is right underneath the seat of the chair, okay? Take your, actually, let's start this way. Take a wide stance in front of the chair with your left foot right about at the edge of where the seat of the chair comes down. Right foot is out the other direction. Now I'm going to take the right heel and turn it back a little bit to the right and turn your left toes so they point under the chair. Now, the base of this pose is triangle or trikonasana. So we have 2 straight legs here, and we definitely allow the front hip, which in this case is our left one, to dip down so the right one lifts up. Take your left hand and just place it right there on the seat of the chair. So 2 straight legs, low belly is lifting. Notice we've got this triangle shape of the legs, the candy corn, and then just maybe your right arm reaches up to the sky. Candy corn pose. Doesn't it kind of just make you feel like getting into the Halloween spirit? Take a look down toward the left hand, bend the left knee, and then as if you're pulling with this top arm, bring yourself all the way up, lower the arm, turn your feet to parallel, and then slowly step your feet back together. All right, we'll do the other side. So we start with the feet parallel. So I'm going to turn away from you guys, okay? Feet parallel. So your right foot, the outer edge of the heel or outer edge of the foot is right underneath that edge of the chair. Now we turn the left heel back and turn the right toes so they point underneath the chair. 2 straight legs, right hip dips down. Beautiful. Left arm, or excuse me, right arm, reach it forward and then bring it down to the seat of the chair. So as you look down, the arm and leg are lined up about over the top of each other. Good. Now 2 straight legs, abdominals engaged, right hip dips down, and left arm, reach it up overhead. Find your candy corn pose on side 2. To come out, look down to the right hand, bend your right knee a bit, and then pull yourself all the way up, lower the arms, turn your feet to parallel, and then step your feet together and shake those legs out. All right. How about one more standing posture, and then we'll come back onto the chair. I'm having you guys move your chairs a lot today. Let's turn your chair around so that you are facing the back of the chair. So the high back of the chair again, right? We were here just a little bit ago. So you're walking around or you're turning your chair. So fingertips are back behind. All right. So let's bring your right foot out in front of you and take the left leg back. Okay. Left leg back, right leg forward. Bend your left knee, oop, little cramp. Bend your left knee. Can you reach around with the left foot or left hand and grab the left foot? If this doesn't work, you can grab pant leg if you have pants on, or if you had a belt, you could even bridge the gap between the hand and the foot with a little belt strap around. All right. So we did a good stretch to the quadricep already earlier. So hopefully this is accessible. So the left knee is pointing down. Start to kick the left foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. And then we tilt slightly forward. So you may stay here, or if you really want to challenge your balance today, you might take right arm and reach it up overhead. Of course, feel free to keep the hand right there on the chair. Let's take one more breath here. And then release it all the way down. Shake it out. All right, left side, left foot forward, right leg steps back. So we're starting to balance and put all of our weight on the left foot. Bend the right knee, reach around with the right, cramp again, reach around with the right hand, catch the top of the foot or the ankle, or again, pant leg, or use something there to bridge the gap. Right, as we stand up tall, lower abs are engaged, right, to protect the low back. Start to kick the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. Maybe hinge forward at the left hip slightly. And then you decide whether you stay here or maybe test the balance, extending the arm up. Beautiful. Release the hand down, release the foot up tall. Whew. Stretch those legs, wiggle them out a bit. Let's come back to the chair. So turn the chair one last time. We'll sit all the way down on the chair. Let's take your legs a little wider. So earlier we had the knees, hips distance. Let's take them back out wide, like that goddess variation that we did, or scarecrow variation. So the heels are in, the toes are slightly turned out, and we're sitting up tall and sitting forward on the chair. All right, let's create presence through the legs by pushing the feet down. Inhale, stretch the arms up high. As you exhale, cactus arms and tilt forward. Stay here for the inhale. And then as you exhale, hands come down and bring yourself into a forward fold between these wide legs. Feel free to take the hands, lower them all the way down to the floor, taking this really nice stretch to the hips, to the low back. Good. Inhale onto fingertips. Look forward and lengthen. Exhale, fold back down. Good. Inhale. Come on to fingertips. Then transfer hands to the thighs. Push into the feet and press all the way up. Great. Let's inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, scarecrow arms and tilt forward. Stay for the inhale. As you exhale, hands support on the way down, bringing yourself all the way into your forward bend. We're going to do a scary spider now this time. Inhale up onto fingertips, and as well, lift your heels. So we're on fingertips and heels are lifted. Great. Now take your arms and cross them. So right arm goes to the left arm goes to the right, and we lengthen and look forward. This is like a spider, a big spooky spider. Let's uncross the arms, lower your heels back down, lengthen the spine forward as you press hands into the knees, and bring yourself all the way up. That's great. Heel toe those feet in together. In fact, bring them all the way together. And then turn your knees out, come onto the toes. This is fun, right? A lot of toe stuff we're doing today. So on the toes, heels are lifted, knees are open wide. Take the arms out wide, like we're a floating ghost. Good. Breathe. Or maybe a flying owl, right? Maybe we tilt a little to one side or the other. Bring yourself back up, and then we'll go the other way. And all the way back up, and lower the arms down. Ha, release the feet, bring them all the way back in, shake them out. All right, one more fun pose today. Mummy pose. So what are mummies? But they're all wrapped up, right? Well, we'll use our limbs to wrap ourselves up today. So starting here, keep your right leg down, cross your left thigh over your right thigh. If it's available, feel free to tuck the toes behind. So we've got the lower legs crossed as well, or wrapped around. Now we're going to squeeze the legs together. What other variation you've chosen here? Squeeze everything in, right? So we have the left leg on top. We'll wrap the arms as well. Take your arms out wide like a T, and then we'll cross the left under the right. So the elbows cross. Options with the arms. Hands can go to the shoulders, backs of the arms, or palms together. Don't force it. Just find the one that works the best for your body today. And then squeeze the arms together just like you're squeezing the legs together. Lift the elbows off the chest and draw the shoulders down. Now, what are zombies? But something very still. So be really still here, engaging the muscles, squeezing legs, squeezing arms, lengthening the spine. Let's take one breath more here. And then inhale, open everything out. Yeah, shake it all out. And bring the legs back in. Take mummy pose on the other side. Left one stays down, right one crosses over. Squeeze the legs. Remember, you can take that extra tuck behind if that works for you. If it doesn't, just leave the leg off to the side, but just squeeze in. All right, arms out wide. So now this time we have the right one on top. So we'll take the right arm under, right under left, either hands to shoulders, backs of hands, or palms together. Doesn't even have to be the same thing you did on side one, all right? Squeeze everything in, elbows lift, shoulders draw down, and then just be still. Remembering to come back to that ujjayi breathing, your werewolf breathing, or your Darth Vader breathing. One breath more. And then inhale like you're ripping off all of your mummy stuff and releasing down. Good. Walk those feet back in. Let's finish with a little twist here, a seated twist, staying forward, up tall. Create that presence in your legs by pushing down, taking left hand across the body to the right, right hand back behind, lengthen up tall, and exhale, turning to look all the way around to the right shoulder. Mm. Turn your head to the left and then follow with the rest of the body. Great. Let's do that the other side. Left hand goes behind, right one crosses over, up tall, turning from the heart center first to look to the left, and then looking all the way over the left shoulder. Great. Turn your head to look to the right, and then the rest of the body follows all the way back to center. Great. Hands on the thighs or on the lap, either palms down, palms up. Do something that resonates with you. We'll sit up tall. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, soft sigh out. Let your eyes softly close. Turning your awareness in. And just briefly scan head to toe. What do you notice now in this moment? What is it to be in this body in this moment? And let your awareness now rest on the breath, the sensation of your breathing. For grounding today, we'll use awareness of the breath in our closing meditation. We'll use specifically count of the breath, like Count Dracula. So on your next inhale, inhale 20. As you exhale, exhale, count 20. Your next inhale is 19. And your exhale is 19. And please continue. Inhale 18. Exhale 18. And continue on your own. Keep counting and breathing. And please stop counting. It doesn't matter how far you got. Just continue to watch the breath. If you set an intention for your practice, remind yourself of what your intention is. And then we'll join the hands in Anjali Mudra, palm against palm, bowing chin to your chest in a gesture of gratitude. Gratitude to yourself for taking this very valuable time for you today. And as always, I thank you for sharing your practice today. Namaste.